What is it, man? What is it, man? Bandana the Ragg, man. I want to say one thing, man. Look, I want to say one thing about me. I'm going to say more than one thing, but I'm going to just say this. I'm an independent person, right? I never relied on nobody like that. My grandparents raised me a certain way to not have to rely on people because, you know, people ain't going to always be there for you. And this is just something to grow on. This is just some game for anybody just coming up. Maybe went through this or maybe not. My presence is a present. And I feel like that because I don't come asking for nothing. I don't come depending on you. I don't come, you know what I'm saying? I'm use people. I don't do none of that. So if I'm not around you, if I don't deal with you, if I don't fuck with you, it's a reason why it's like that. 9 times out of 10, I done just seen enough. I done seen more than enough. And I don't fault nobody for it, but in today's world, people will fault you. Oh, he don't come around. Oh, he act funny. Oh, he wouldn't. Man, okay, check this out, man. He was in a motherfucking mobile home on Figueroa 3 years. It wasn't no motherfucking Thanksgivings. It wasn't no Christmases. Nigga, mama was out here, you know, dealing with an addiction. No daddy, nigga, grandparents been dead. Everybody was eating turkey and doing this and that. Nigga, I'm out there with the bums. Motherfuckers on drugs or whatever, you know what I mean? And a few real individuals end up being out there. One stayed down the street. Held me down. I held him down. He leave, I watch his, he watch mine, you know what I mean? I'm getting it together, you know, child support taking all my money, nigga, they taking all of that. I didn't know how to really, responses and all this and all that. I'm going through it. They taking all my money and I just got to make this shit do what it do. Trying to figure it out though, right? In a bad predicament. I'm talking about, man, I'm like really out there, you know what I mean? And that humbled me. That humbled me. That experience humbled me. But I had great relationships with different people. Just like I was going through it, it was other homies going through it, different people going through it that I met in the streets. You know what I mean? So when these holidays came, you know, them people, they called my phone, man, come get you a plate. They had different family bringing them food and shit like that. They'll bring that shit down there to me and split theirs with me. Real shit. Real shit. Real genuine shit, right? So when I look at life and I look at that and I look at what I've been through, what I come from, you know, on all sides of the table. You know, my other side, I just met them, been knowing them like 2 years, but that's like my whole life like that. You know what I mean? Since I was little, I'm gonna say that. So I ain't really had no good, you feel what I'm saying? So this is certain shit that I've been through, and that family shit don't hold no weight with me. That's just the punchline of certain people because I don't come acquiring anything or requiring to need this or need that. I just need you to be good and loyal and 100 and you know what I mean, and loving and compassionate as I am. And when I come to the table and you've been around me and you know I don't like bullshit, you know I don't like weird shit, you know I don't like just mess. You know what I mean? When you had a hard life and a real serious life, you don't want to be around drama or people that do bullshit. And I definitely don't like being around people that allow other people to do bullshit and turn their head like they didn't see it or turn their head like they don't know about it. When you know definitely about it. You know what I mean? And you know this stuff is detrimental to family or to me or to anybody that's affected by it. And that's a lot of stuff that's been going on. And it be going on in families in general. You know what I'm saying? Big TD down the street, man, that boy can't bring plates on them holidays. And that shit used to break me down. You know what I'm saying? When you had motherfuckers that you don't know, motherfuckers that you ain't supposed to be cool with or you ain't supposed to even be dealing with, they breaking bread with you breaking bread with them. You feel what I'm saying? It'll make you rewind your own tape and be like, man, you know what I mean? So if a motherfucker act funny, because when those holidays came and when certain shit was going, nobody ain't give a fuck. Nobody called the phone or nobody, you know what I mean? You're not supposed to. You got your own life and that's cool. But to come around and ask of me to be forgiven or ask of me to be understanding, then how could I be? How could I be understanding to that? That ain't how family supposed to do. That ain't how, you know what I mean? It ain't supposed to be like that. So a lot of people just have to be held accountable for the stuff they done, the mistakes they made. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But one thing I can say about me personally, I ain't violated nobody. I ain't borrowed no money and ran off with their money. I ain't sold them a bogus car. Now I ain't did nothing for a motherfucker to be the way they are, but standing up on real shit. And sometimes when you stand up on real shit, you're not gonna be like, you're gonna be outcast because you know why? Because you know what I mean, you standing on the right principles. You feel what I'm saying? And if it's more people standing like that. And my hat goes out to everybody to stand like that, because man, it's a hard thing, especially when it's a lot of people that you love or had love for, and then you realize these people don't love you and they don't really love themselves, because they wouldn't allow this type of stuff to go on and won't allow certain things to happen. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I was out there in the streets, knocks on my door late at night. I'm drawing down on motherfucking, trying to make sure motherfucking ain't trying to break in my, man, it was hard, but it humbled me. Been in the ghetto all my life, been around street people all my life, so it didn't really, you feel what I'm saying? But, you know, when niggas going through certain shit, you know, certain shit really, it'll get to you here and there. But my whole thing is to say to everybody, be strong, go through what you're going through, and know who was there when you was going through it. Know some people ain't gonna be there. And guess what? If you don't have time, if you don't want to be bothered, if you don't want to fuck with them, don't fuck with them. You got that right. Because when you was out there in the cold or going through whatever you was going through, and a motherfucker ain't brought you a piece of chicken or a blanket, you don't owe them nothing. This Bandana the Ragg, reliable source. I'm out.